all the way live.
Yeah, she just started singing. Yo, you know exactly what it is, man. Alive is a relationship show on the planet, man. He say, she say, live on your dial right this moment. Of course, with your boy, the Hood, Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down from 6 Mile to the Mile High. Got the beautiful, lovely Miss CoCo J in the building.
We all the way live. We all the way live. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, obviously. Dog, your cousin said, quit trying to kill bugs, man. Yeah, we having a gnat issue down here right now.
I promise y'all before the show ends, I'm gonna get that gnat.
Yeah, we having a slight gnat issue.
Yeah.
But anyway, welcome everybody back to another episode of He Say, She Say, man, live on your dial. Don't forget, it is Social Media Friday. So if you got social media, hit us up, Twitter and Instagram. All right, so hit up, hey, it's CoCo J. That's on Twitter and Instagram, and of course myself at Hood Howard Stern. Also, you can check out the E-Block Radio Instagram page as well. But we out here live, man. You know what I'm talking about? It's Friday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long 7 days. CoCo J.
It have been.
What's going on with you other than trying to be a fly swatter, a human fly swatter?
And you know what? I'm happy today. It's Friday. It's been a long week.
It is. So
I'm just happy I made it through the week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
happy for right now.
Well, damn, I thought it was going to go a little deeper than that.
Yeah, I had a good day today at work. We did a potluck for me.
That's what's up. Shout out to people having good days at work.
It was cool. We had a potluck today, actually, for me and my other coworker whose birthday is Monday, and they had and celebrating mine, so we did our potluck together. So it was cool.
Okay,
Decorated desk and all that stuff. So, you know, shout out to Pot 11. Thank you, Monique.
Pot 11. Y'all got a gang in there? It's like a gang. Y'all got Pot 11.
So thank you to Monique and everybody else who participated in that. So shout out to Pot 11.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, but it was
1-1.
But it was cool. What else? Ain't nothing going on with me
That's
though.
it?
Actually,
Really? No good movies lately?
you know what? We celebrated. Shout out to my sister and Dan the
Right.
man.
That's all I was wondering. What you gonna get to that?
Shout out to my sister Shani and Dan the man. Congratulations, and once again, happy belated birthday. We celebrated her birthday.
Hold on, when did Dan get Dan the man as a nickname though?
Dan the man, aka soon to be brother-in-law.
Right.
But yeah, we celebrated her birthday Tuesday.
Right.
So, and that's when a big engagement happened. The proposal happened. So that was excited.
That's what's up. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations.
For sure.
What else? You know what? Trying to get the school together for the kids.
So you happy or no though? Because I know some people get they excited because they get the kids out the house, but some people it's actually more stressful getting kids in school than it is having them out for the summer. What do you think?
I mean, it all depends on that person's situation, the parent situation. So I can't really say.
So what about you? You excited to see them go off to school so you can get rid of them for 8 hours out the day?
I mean, I don't be in the house anyway. I'm just saying, I don't be in the house anyway. So I don't know. I have to get up a little bit earlier when school starts. I have to be getting up at 6:15. I'm not looking forward.
You gotta do homework.
Homework, exactly.
You gotta do homework. Yeah, that should be the thing that scares you.
Yeah, I don't know if I should be. I don't know.
Yeah, she said that's Dan's name.
Dan the man.
Dan the man. Anyway, so you got homework. I get up earlier, but hey, you know what I'm saying.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. Yeah, it's not a secret. It's coming every year.
I ain't gonna whine about it. It is what it is. The kids probably not too excited at all, but
because they've been numbing their brain for about 3 months. So
it is what it is. They gonna have to get it back together. But other than that,
That's something they was talking about on the news though.
What?
How to like gradually get them back into a bedtime for school. Now they were saying that I guess you had to start earlier, but they were saying that gradually, like maybe a few weeks before, saying like to start breaking it down, like 1 hour earlier each way, like 1 hour earlier to bed, 1 hour up earlier. You know what I'm saying? So back in the day we didn't have them rules though. You woke up the next day fucked up because they
get it together. They don't want to go to bed early when they get
once you get that first weekend.
Right, when they have to get up at 6 in the morning, they're like, I'm going to bed early.
No, you're gonna have to. At least I know I would have to. But when we was kids though, still like by the time you got out of summer break or whatever, like, it still took like maybe 2 or 3 weeks before you really got adjusted to getting up early. So nothing different. But these kids though, over the summer, all they do is play video games though. So I think it's a little bit different. So I think they probably stayed up later than we did. Because back in the day we would play all day, but then shit, we've been played all day outside, so we crash when we go in the crib.
Right.
But when you playing video games all day, that's just what you're doing. Like, it don't really make you sleepy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you kind of be up later.
TV and shit like that, it seems like it would make you sleepy.
You would think so, but not all the time, man. I think that going outside playing and knocking yourself out, basically, just like a baby. Like, you see when kids, like little kids, be outside playing, you be like, yeah, you be happy because they go sleep all during the night. That's what we need to get back to. Is that a possibility?
I think so.
How? Well, all these computers and shit, there ain't no possibility.
I mean, I think it all depends on the parents. Because most parents sit their kids and I've done it before, so I'm not taking myself away from this category. But some parents sit their kids in front of stuff like computer, what you call it, a tablet, just they won't bug them. You know what I'm saying? So it happens.
Yeah, well, that's what, man. But shout out to all the people sending their kids back to school. A lot of people in some places already gone back to school. So shout out to y'all. Y'all like being mid-semester break by the time Labor Day.
Some even start Monday. As far as who started Monday? Southfield High, I know started Monday.
Right.
So they start earlier.
Oh, okay. Well,
but yeah.
Shout out to people going to school, man. And you know what? What is different though is everybody got dress codes now. So I think, do you think that make it cheaper, or because when you get old, you start looking at it from that standpoint though, right? Like when you was a kid, you was like, damn, they got a dress code, like you all pissed. I mean, as a parent though, like, does it make it cheaper?
I think it does. Yeah. And I think that's where it probably kind of came from. Well, that was part of the reason as to why they probably made it a dress code.
They can't. The dress code is too many people's getting their ass beat for their J's and shit.
I mean that too. I mean it can be all those reasons, but as well as far as the parent not worrying about, you know.
Cause say that they started school in Georgia the first week of August.
They start early.
Damn.
Yeah, I know that.
First week of August? Yo, that shit suck.
They start early.
They were sorry for y'all, man. They'll be taking finals by the time Labor Day over with. But anyway, what else been going on with you other than school, you know what I'm saying, getting prepared for school?
Hold on, I was in the middle of what was I talking about? You just
We was talking about the reason why they start wearing uniforms. You was in the middle of that?
But I hadn't finished yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll go right along.
I forgot now, so whatever.
No, we was talking about.
Shout out to the school uniforms. That's all I got to say.
I said that they did the school uniforms because people was getting beat up for their clothes.
And I said that's part of the reason as to why, and there's probably other reasons as to why it started that. You know, it started to be most schools have uniform.
Like what?
Uniform. I mean,
I think that was the main thing.
Because people was getting beat up for their J's?
They was getting beat up for their clothes, that's the main thing.
And then some people just don't know the way kids was dressing too. Come to school. I think that's probably the main reason.
Well, I don't know, because
I'm just saying.
Possibility, yeah. Some people just don't. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, people want to get stuck up for their J's just on school days. People was getting stuck up for their J's on the damn weekend.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying.
Right, but it wasn't happening on school property though.
That shit happened at a bus stop, at a store. It don't even matter.
Anywhere. Yeah. Yes, I would not shout out to people getting robbed, but anyway, what else has been going on? All right, people going back to school uniforms, people getting robbed at the bus stop. What's popping with you?
You know what? That's it for me.
That's it for you?
That's it for me.
Yeah, again, shout out to Dan the Man and Shiny. Shiny ain't got no radio name, so she just be Shiny. Shiny and Dan the Man. Yeah. Shout out to them, man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna catch y'all later on. But
and I definitely, and just one more thing, I want to give send my condolences once again to the Williams family.
For sure.
Derek and his family. So I just want them to know that they still in my prayers, because losing a parent is, I know the feeling. So I just want to give a shout out to them and let them know I'm sending my condolences again to you guys.
For sure, man. Shout out to my man Derek Williams and the whole fam, you know what I'm saying? Did an excellent job on the eulogy yesterday at his old man's funeral. Something I know I couldn't have done. Like, I couldn't have eulogized a parent. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we both understand what that's like. I mean, you, in this case, losing both parents. I've lost one, so definitely not sure that I'd have been in the right mind to, really do a eulogy for my parent. Shout out to my man D. Will, you know what I'm talking about? Shout out to the whole family for sure.
Yeah, that's what you call him, D-Will?
Yeah, D-Will. Sometimes.
D-Will.
Yeah, sometimes I call him D-Wills, sometimes I call him D-Wheels, sometimes you just call him Derek. You know what I'm saying?
He got all kinds of nicknames.
For sure, yeah. That's my guy, man. Shout out to E-Block, man. We out here everywhere. But other than that, dog, we really ain't nothing too much been going on. I missed the celebration on Tuesday. I hate that, you know what I'm saying? But I saw a video, so the video was fly. I felt like I was there, so that's what's up.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's what's up. Outside of that, man, we've been watching some stuff. Now, you fell asleep though. I was watching Defenders. I think that's pretty dope.
Who?
Defenders.
Oh, yeah.
You're not into that? That's not your thing?
I fell asleep on the first episode. So
yeah, that's because you was tired, hopefully. Because it wasn't boring. Like, it was good.
I was tired.
Yeah, okay. Whatever. Anyway, so the Defenders was good. So, but the one I like, obviously, which is over with now because I've binge watched all 8 of them, but Friends from College. I think that's a dope little concept. But what I really want to talk about as far as what we've been seeing on Netflix, and I want to ask you about this. Like, how you feel about that, though? Because obviously Netflix is becoming like a major. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's people who do real movies that's doing Netflix stuff.
Right.
So, like, how dope is that, though, that don't you feel like this is an opportunity for black people to, like, I hate to make everything all political, but don't you think this is a great platform for black people who couldn't get their films to, like, I don't want to call it mainstream because Netflix is mainstream now, but can't get it to the big screen? Don't you think this is a great opportunity for people like you and me to tell our story and get it viewed by like hundreds of millions? Because Netflix is like, it ain't just in the United States, you know what I'm saying? This is everywhere. And
I think we have to catch it while they're in the midst of that, because in a minute they probably be like, nope, we don't want it.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And right now, content is king, man. And Netflix is like, they buying all of these scripts, and it's crazy that how many people who would normally do a regular movie. I mean, just like, for instance, like not a movie, but just looking at Dave Chappelle. Though Dave Chappelle come back and sold his shows for $50 million a piece. Two specials.
$50 million a piece.
A piece. What?
I ain't mad
That's
at him.
crazy. No, I ain't mad at him. And definitely, I'm just saying, like, Netflix is giving out bread like that, though, and people are using that as a way to get their, you know, ideas out without going through the, I guess you would call it the machine of, like, you know, Hollywood, basically. So I think that's dope. I think that's dope for a lot of black folks. I always try to figure out where the avenue is for us. But you're right.
I mean, that's an avenue for everybody. So
it is.
You better jump on a bandwagon.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And then I'm gonna let y'all in on a little bit of game that we discussed before. Like, you're not gonna get this for free all the time. This is just a little bit of game, right? But the whole thing is with Netflix, right? So you got Netflix on demand shit, like you paying for, you binge watch all like 90,000, right? Then you got YouTube and then you got Google, right? Mm-hmm. So you already know YouTube and Google go hand in hand. Now Netflix is about to get into that triangle. So look at that though, right? You can produce a YouTube video in your basement. You know what I'm saying? So just think all three of those working together at some point, that content could get, yes. You feel me? That's a little game, though. If you didn't know, I'm not going to repeat it, though. So if you're not listening or you didn't watch it, I'm sorry. But we know, so we ahead of the game. Your cousin said, let's do a movie. Hey, I'm telling you. See,
the Jackson's reality show.
Y'all like that.
That would be very interesting, a Jackson reality show.
I'm with it. I ain't going to be in it, though. I'll film it, though. I don't want to be in it. It should be, I ain't doing a reality show. Well, we'll do a reality show spoof, but we're not doing a real reality show. But I'm with it, though. I run the cameras and stuff. Y'all go ahead and knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Alright, so on that note, we're going to keep it moving, man. If you've been checking us out on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all that good stuff, then you got to know what we're talking about today. Our major topic, our main topic, all right, is for the ladies. This is kind of geared for y'all, basically. And this is a conversation I had before with, Kales. I just see my man Kales just put down there real quick. I just got to say this.
What?
He did say, somebody told me this yesterday too. Shonda Rhimes jumped on Netflix. She took all her shit off ABC and went to Netflix with it.
Oh, really?
Yes, and got bread.
That's what's
and not only that, she owned there, but now she got the power to kind of subcontract, so she can bring her shit there and then hire like nobody like me and you to be writers and get a cut of her little Netflix check. Dope, right? That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to my man Kels, man. He down there in Florida, you know what I'm talking about? I think he's still down there, bro. I don't even know. I think so. Been a long time, though. But yeah, I'm telling you, we can jump on that. All right, but anyway, I got a little excited about that.
I know.
We're going to make some movies, dog. We're going to make some movies. All right, but so our main thing for the ladies, I think, probably is kind of geared towards y'all. We want to know, at the end of the day, would you get married without a ring? All right, that's what we're talking about. Would you get married without a ring? You know what I'm saying? We're going to give you the whole scenario in just a moment. I just want y'all to think about that for a minute.
Would you get married without a ring?
Yeah, without a ring. Would you get married without a ring? All right, that's what we want to know. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to get into that in just a few minutes. Before we get to that, though, I want y'all to think about that. Think about that. All right, but our first thing, right, our subtopic today, right? We want to know the first or the top two things. The top two things that you would not... What do you want to call it?
Compromise?
Yeah.
Relationship?
Yeah, so what are the top two things that you wouldn't compromise about yourself for a relationship? Is that kind of how we looking at it? Like,
I guess you
about
can.
yourself? All right, so yeah. The top two things you wouldn't compromise about yourself for a relationship, man. What are those two things? CoCo J, you know you always number one. You always first. So hopefully you got two. You probably got 10, but
yeah, but I'm
probably
gonna
got
do
10.
And I'm not gonna say they're the top. So these is the first two that I can just come right off with. Peace of mind. I ain't compromising my peace of mind for nobody.
You ain't doing it?
The drama. I mean, I've done the drama back in my 20s and my teens, as far as 18, 19, and then in my 20s and probably early 30s.
Damn.
I try not to.
Drama-filled life.
Not necessarily.
That's what it sounds like.
I'm not going to say drama-filled life, but I refuse
like.
to give... I'm not giving up my peace of mind to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
So, I don't want the drama. I want a peaceful mind. That's what I want. Another thing I'm not going to compromise for, compromising a relationship is my morals.
Yeah.
I'm not about to compromise my morals.
At all. See, it looks like you gotta think about it.
No,
that ain't good.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. So those are the two top things I'm not going to compromise. I ain't going to say they first. Well, you know what? They are first on my list. The two first things on my list.
Yeah.
My morals and my peace of mind. I'm not about to. Nobody is worth it, because at the end of the day, it's me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what. And I hope anybody feel like that. It's you, unless you just messing with a drama queen, a drama dude, or whatever you want to.
What is the drama? What is this dude called?
I don't know.
The drama queen and the drama what?
Dude.
The drama king. Drama king.
Right, drama king. There you go.
That shit don't even sound right. That shit sounds stupid.
That sounds good to me.
You a goddamn drama king.
So no, I'm not about to. That's one thing. That's one of my first things on the list. I'm not about to compromise my peace of mind. Yeah. At all. No.
That's what's up. All right, so let's digest that. Let's digest that. Drama king, all right? But my top two, I think, is it's weird because I kind of, one of those is kind of one that I would use, but just so that we can have something different, I'm trying to think of another one. But what I was gonna say my sanity, which is the same thing as the first thing as you said. That was my thing. Like, if I'm going crazy over some shit, like it just ain't that serious. And for me, this is because I don't get to those levels of anger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get to those levels of anger. And back in the day, probably, I used to, and I think I overcame that. So because of that, that's something that I wouldn't want to compromise. Like, I don't want to become bitter and angry.
Right.
Because that's what happened once you combat angry or anger all the time, then of course you start taking on those characteristics, and I don't want to be angry. So that's one thing I want to compromise. Now the second thing, like I said, that's kind of close to what you were saying. The second thing though is that I don't want to have to compromise, and this is probably sexist to some, but I don't want to have to compromise my manhood. Like
manhood?
Yeah, I don't want to have to compromise my man. I can't say it no other way. Like,
how can a man compromise his manhood?
By allowing his woman to control his life.
Control his life?
Yeah. That's the only way I can see it. Testosterone out there help me.
If controlling... So, when you say control your life like what?
That's all you said. Be careful. Control my life like I'm all of a sudden doing shit that that's not me. I'm doing shit because you want me to do it and not being in control of my own destiny. I think any man should feel confident in saying that he doesn't want that compromise. You shouldn't want a man who's willing to compromise his manhood in order to satisfy you.
It depends on what your definition is of manhood, because when it comes to relationship, it's compromising that's going to happen. It's going to be things that you have not done that you're doing in this relationship, because it's a totally different relationship.
So
that what you consider manhood?
I like how you go act like you don't understand what that means.
I'm just trying to get a better understanding of what you mean.
You saying, let me see, because I think I have to be visual with you. You remember Best Man?
A little bit, yeah.
Remember my man with the dreads? Remember his first wife, his first woman?
Okay.
Yeah.
She was controlling as hell.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. So I wouldn't want to be the man in that relationship where you are being controlled to the point where you are sacrificing your manhood. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, that's the point. He ain't never had no manhood.
He did, though, because he got manhood with his new woman, remember?
Well, he just realized eventually, but at that time during that relationship, no, he didn't have no manhood. But so you I guess you kind of have to figure out what your manhood is, I guess, because your manhood is not so much as being controlling, but when you're in a new relationship or in a different relationship versus the other relationships, certain different things are going to take place.
But that shouldn't be the case. I understand that every person, every relationship is different, but your manhood remains consistent.
Well, what are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about manhood? Like you ain't the man in this relationship. You have no say so in this relationship. Just like the
example I just supplied. I
can understand that part.
Right? Are you follow along?
But it's okay to compromise some things, not necessarily your man.
Well, man can't say. I'm just saying this woman ain't gonna have him in no skirt. Right. I mean, that's the
right. I mean, I understand that.
You understand what I'm saying there? Why you acting like you don't know what I'm saying?
I was just trying to get a better understanding of what you were saying. That's all.
Right. Thank you, Kels, man. You just saved my life, dog. That's what I'm talking about. Testosterone is in the comment building. That's what I'm talking about. So those are the top two things, man. What time? It's almost it's almost 5:30. So you want to jump in? You want to jump in the for real topic?
Not really. So yeah.
Are you ready? All right. Now before we get into that, real quick though, this is way off subject, but I also do want to give a shout out to the Gregory family, man. Dick Gregory just passed away on Friday. I think it was Friday or Saturday. Dick Gregory just passed away. I know this is he's a comedian / activist, and I know a lot of people, including myself, like I knew who Dick Gregory was, but honestly, it wasn't until the most recent, like probably in the last year or two, is when I actually really started listening to the stuff he was saying and watching some of the videos, because he really became a voice again when Donald Trump was getting ready to get in office. But definitely a brother right there. Even though he passed away, I think this is a great time to get into some of the stuff he was saying. And I ain't saying that you got to follow what he was saying, but some of it is gems. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. It ain't a problem to listen to some of the elders. You know what I'm talking about? So shout out to Dick Gregory and everything that he stood for, and we gonna keep that movement going. But we're gonna get off a solemn note, because we've talked about 2 deaths already today. So we wanna keep it positive, sorta, until we get to this subject. So, are we ready? Our main topic of the day. Ladies, I want to hear from y'all though, because this is kind of y'all thing, you know what I'm saying?
No.
But we want to know, would you get married without a ring? Now, real quick, before we get started, I do see that Cyan had already responded. I think she said, let me try to find it real quick. I don't want to misquote her. I think she said that the ring is just a symbol. So she would. You agree with that? Yeah.
You know what? I'm a. It's my turn. Okay, so I'm going to respond.
Yeah.
I think. I think at some point, I agree with her as far as the ring being a symbol, but eventually you have to get a ring. It's like, where the ring at?
Right, and I agree. Eventually, I agree.
Now,
so the question is, would you?
And that's cool. I think that's kind of cool. Maybe if y'all was together for a while,
Okay.
And be like, you know what, the spirit of the moment, let's go downtown. Let's go to Vegas. Let's go somewhere to the courthouse to get married on the spirit of the moment type shit.
Yeah.
But if you've been planning and you know and you still ain't got no ring, we got an issue. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be easily laying in the bed or laying next to one another sitting on the couch or whatever and be like, you know what? Idea pop in your head. Let's go get married. Yeah. I don't know if that's a hell of a proposal or some romantic shit, just spirit of the moment shit. I don't know. But if it does happen like that, you should have in your mind that you know you don't have a ring while you saying this, right. But in your back of your head, you be like, I need to hurry and get her a ring, you know.
Okay.
So, I mean, but I agree, it's just a symbol.
How important is it though? How important is the ring? So, like at this point, let's say you go for it. Let's say you do wake up and like, hey, you know what? God damn it, let's do this, right? And you agree. What's your time frame after that on getting the ring? Cause I'm sure if you happen to say yes, I know damn well it come with a time frame. So,
I don't know.
What would you say?
You know what? Honestly, I can't really say until I'm really put in that position.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just stuck at I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, because at that point, is it
because you know that is what's supposed to happen. You propose somebody, you get a ring.
Yeah.
And you have an engagement ring. So I'm just saying that's right. Tradition. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, so you come to me saying let's get married. We go down and get married. And back up a woman's head, she's still waiting on the ring. Like we engaged, but where my ring at? I want a ring. A woman want a ring.
At that point, we're not even engaged. We married.
We married. Right. Exactly.
We married.
So we married. I want a ring. I ain't get an engagement ring. Can I at least get the ring for the marriage ring?
All right.
I'm just saying.
I feel you.
So.
But you know where I gotta go after that.
Where you gotta go?
So if you decide, hey, you right, I'm gonna go ahead and get married, right? Then you were expecting a ring. So you know what my next question is? When do I get mine? That shit ain't even part of the equation, is it?
I mean, yeah, that's part of the conversation as well. So that kind of goes on both ends. That goes both ways to me. So, I mean, that's, like I said, it's tradition, and a lot of people don't follow tradition nowadays.
Now, your cousin say she'd rather have a big house than a big ring.
I didn't even say a ring. I didn't even say a big ring.
You said
I just want a ring. At
least a band.
Something.
Man, now, she also said that her nail tech said that 7-Day Adventists don't wear rings. Now, I happen to know 2 7-Day Adventists that do wear rings, so I don't know if that's contemporary or what. You know what I'm saying? Because they definitely wear rings. I know 2 of them.
I mean, I want a ring. A ring is not really a symbol of y'all love, but it's a symbol of you saying that you are married.
True.
So.
What about a tattoo ring? Hey, people do that, though.
People do
What you think about that, though? You still would want a ring? Because some people get tattoo rings, like they don't have rings. Like that really is their ring.
That's what you call contemporary rings.
Contemporary? Why do you say that? Because that ain't going nowhere.
I don't know. I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
So how soon could I expect my ring, though?
After we get married, 3 months tops.
3 months?
3 months.
So how soon you expect yours? 1 week tops up.
Probably so.
A week? Damn.
No.
I'll be wearing a pinky ring the rest of my life. I'll never get that damn ring.
No, but you should already know. You should already know when you know you went to go get married without a ring. You don't have a ring. She don't have a ring.
Yeah.
That should be part of y'all goal right there after y'all get married. Yeah. It's a symbol of marriage.
Now, what if I'm just putting out scenarios. So what if I spur the moment, bam, let's get married, but then in the midst of things we still renting and we want to buy a house? What becomes more important at that point? To make the sacrifices for the house, or to get this ring that you said you deserve?
You ain't gonna ask that question. The house, of course.
Right. So that's gonna put you off a little bit longer. So how long you really?
I mean, that's understandable.
Oh, so as long as it's a reasonable excuse.
Yeah.
So the house is what else is a reasonable excuse? Death in the family? What else is a reasonable excuse?
You get sick.
Right, kids sick, you know what I'm saying? Kids got a tremendous hospital bill. But what's next? What?
I don't know. You know, like I said, I can't really say because I don't know unless I'm in that situation. So I don't know. I've never met nobody who say they married and don't have a ring to show it. So I'm not.
I mean, but it's some people that have a ring and don't even wear theirs, and they be married. So
that is true. That's just a whole different conversation, though.
Is it really?
I think so.
Is it really? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, that's just like saying you saying you're married and it's just on a piece of paper, but people don't go by that damn piece of paper. They can have the biggest ring in the whole wide world.
So now all it is a piece of paper.
That's what they call a piece of paper.
But then when you got an engagement ring, you engaged for 9 years, then that piece of paper is also important, huh?
To some people, it's not important.
How important is it for you?
The piece of paper?
So let's say you got an engagement ring for 9 years. Is that piece of paper important for you then?
For 9 years? I'm not going to be engaged for no damn 9 years.
Shout out to the people who've been engaged for 9 years. There's nothing wrong with that, man. If you want to be engaged for 9 years...
That's their boyfriend still.
Nah, you got a ring though. Girlfriends don't have engagement rings or don't get proposed to. Like, that's not an engagement.
Promise ring then.
Wow. A promise ring? A
promise ring for 9 years.
If you get engaged, then you engaged. It don't turn into a promise ring. Like,
that's the promise ring. One day I'm gonna marry you, I promise.
I mean, realistically, that's all the engagement ring is.
I mean, but yeah, for them, I guess you want to look at it like that.
So what's the difference?
I don't know, because I'm not engaged. I'm not married. So I don't
You got a promise ring?
I ain't got a promise ring.
You got a promise ring?
No.
You don't? Let me see your finger.
Baby, I show all my fingers.
Show all your fingers?
Even my toes. You want to see my toes? They ain't on my toes, neither.
Maybe some polish on them motherfuckers.
Oh, some polish on there, trust me.
Don't forget, if you check us out right now on eblockradio.com or on Facebook Live, you can hit us in the comment box. We want to know, would you get married without a ring? So I think for the most part, I think dudes fall into this category all the time. There's a lot of dudes who like, it'd be a long time before they get a ring. You know what I'm saying? So I think for a dude, it's not as important. I think this is really a woman's
I think it's
question.
more important to the woman than it is to the man. And that's only because, like I said, it's not a symbol of y'all love, but it's a symbol that you're saying you're a married man. Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? No, even though you sometimes the married or the married man or the married wife probably don't wear sometimes, in whatever situation that may be. But you're still married. You're supposed to have it on because you are married. You are taken. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what it's all about. The symbolism of being taken. Is that what it's all about?
Yeah. Nowadays it don't mean shit to a lot of people, unfortunately. But yeah.
Is that why the divorce rate so high? No, but look, I'm just so in this case, I just want to change around just a little bit. This really don't have nothing to do with what we're saying. Mm-hmm. But I just want to ask. With that being said, about how important the rings is to each individual, all that aside, would it ever come to a point where you would feel comfortable or you think it's acceptable to propose to a man?
No.
No?
No.
Why not? It's like it's a new wave now. It's I see women be proposing to dudes.
I'm not into the new wave. I'm sorry. I'm old school. I'm traditional. No. I'm very tradition when it comes to that. A man in the Bible, and it says not be trying to be, spiritual, but at the same time, I am. A man, you can't. The wife's supposed to. Well, the woman's supposed to wait for a man. You're not supposed to go search for a man and you propose to that man. No, it's not like that. To me, it's not. So I'm not proposing to no man. Sorry.
At all?
No.
So that one time you did that was fake?
I don't even know what time you're talking about.
When you proposed to me?
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, CoCo did propose to me.
It had to be me just messing around with your ass, but no, I'm not proposing to no man.
She proposed to me, and I said yes, and she never got me a ring.
I never recall that, so I have no idea what he talking about, y'all.
She was like, well, you cute doggy dog.
Yeah, okay, now you
take me as your wife. And I was like, you know what, I will. I was like, where my ring? And then she ain't had no ring, so.
He wish, y'all, I'm sorry. He wish.
Shout out to the dudes that got proposed to. Now, I think that's that might be one of those things, though, that I was talking about earlier. I think that probably would suppress my manhood a little bit.
Yeah, that's manhood, right?
Yeah, I think I'd probably be a little.
That'd be a little weird. And some women think it's okay if that's the man you want to be with, but it's just the man want to be with you. I mean, and then we was also looking up
Oh, why does a man kneel? Or
why does a man kneel down when he proposed to a woman? Yeah. And I was just curious. And before we even looked it up, I was like, I think it's some kind of sign of being submissive at that time, to propose to a woman, which it was when we go
right.
But there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? That goes both ways.
Yeah.
Wife's supposed to submit to her husband.
Because that's in the Bible.
And vice versa.
No, yeah, I agree. But with the ring, though, I guess the thing is, for you and probably most women, I think it is the symbolism of being married or being taken, as you mentioned. But with all that aside, the venture of getting married is by witnesses and God.
But
that's greater? Important? That's greater than a ring, right? I mean, your vows. You've already had a testimony to God.
Your vows, right? Your vows, right?
Right. So the ring,
but still. Who don't want a ring to show that they're married? Who don't want to? I'm married. You know what I'm saying? To be able to do this and say I'm married. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I mean, a ring.
It's important. I think it plays an important role in when you marry. You can't say you married all your life and don't have a damn ring.
I mean, you can.
I mean, you shouldn't.
Yeah, so you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
All right, hey, ladies, if y'all out there right now, man, hit us in the comment box. We want to know, would you get married without a ring? All right, that's what we want to know. Hit us up in the comment box if you on Facebook Live. Or that's it, because we now on YouTube Live right now. So hit us in the comment box. But
I wonder why.
Whatever, man. Had a little copyright issue with YouTube, so we are not streaming live to YouTube at this moment. But that's okay. We'll be back on YouTube in 90 days, because we are in YouTube jail. But it's okay though. You can still subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's gonna be at youtube.com/eBlock Radio. All right, so make sure you check us out there. But So, with this being said, just to add another spin to it, or kind of get a little deeper into it, if you are unwilling to, because you kind of said it right now that in retrospect, after the fact, you would definitely, we got to get these rings popping.
Yeah, most definitely.
But if you're in a situation where your answer to that is no and absolutely not, does that mean...
My answer towards what?
The answer to that is absolutely no. If the question is, would you get married without a ring? If your answer is absolutely no, not saying that I'll do it, but then I need the ring up front, but absolutely not, like I will not. Okay. Is that a testament to where you are in that relationship? Like, is that
in some kind of way? Yeah.
Right, and that's what I would think. Right, so I figure if you could legitimately say, hell to the no, I can't do it, then that must mean that you not all the way in. Is that what you think? Or is that too tough to call? It's just kind of might be one of those things, like you said, you don't want to go back on your morals. So your moral code is to not get married without a ring.
I mean, that's not one of my morals.
No, I'm just saying. But what if it was?
If it was, then I mean, yeah.
How can that be a moral, though?
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not one of my morals.
My mama said don't get married without no ring.
Some people take that as being a moral, then no, hell no, don't get married there. That's one of your morals.
Right.
Back at you going off your moral. You mean? Yeah. So I don't know. So, I guess it kind of do say, if you say no to a person who say let's go get married, don't have a ring.
Yeah.
I guess it all depends on how long y'all been together.
Does it?
Maybe that's the reason that they saying no, they're not getting married without a ring. I don't know. Or maybe they think if they say yeah, go get married, they may not never get a ring. This is what they have going on in their head.
So you wouldn't be alright with never getting a ring?
I would never be alright with never getting a ring.
But you with the person you love,
I don't
witnessed
care.
By God.
But that just shows you what
you don't care?
That just shows you what type. If you know your woman want a ring, and you know you got to get a ring. If you know your woman, you're gonna get that ring
by any means necessary. Huh?
Do what you got to do, baby. Your manhood.
What if she's against my morals?
What, to get your woman
I ain't buying no ring.
Well, you don't need to be proposing then. Shit.
But I want to get married.
Well, you don't need to get married, so you got to get that ring.
So you can't do it without a ring. Don't forget, man, for real, we right here, we live. If you're watching us right now on Facebook Live, hit us in the comment box. You probably not watching us nowhere else because, like I said, we got copyright infringement issues with YouTube, so we are not streaming live there. But if you're watching the replay, then it's too late. You can't comment. So I agree, and that's why I asked you the question. I think that if you are absolutely not, like if your answer to this question, would you get married without a ring, is absolutely no, then I think with that being said, it's got to be something else. Like, I understand the yes with conditions. I understand that, like, yeah, I do it because I love you and we trying to get married, but I'm gonna need that though. You know what I'm talking about? I understand that. But if your answer is absolutely no, then I think that's something that, you know, there's a question mark in that relationship.
Yeah, and then, you know, some people, they, how can I put this? Like some females may not do it without a ring, because if they tell their girls or their family members that they engaged or they got married or something, when they got married but no ring, they gonna be scared to death what somebody's gonna think. Like, she done got married, her man couldn't afford no ring and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that could be going on through another female's head as well.
True that.
So
I understand.
That could be something that's going on. Yeah. Just so why they wouldn't.
I can understand that. I guess if it's spur of the moment, I mean, you can't really. I mean, now if you planning, like if you the dude sitting back planning on like just running off to the courthouse and doing that because you don't have a ring, then it's different. Like, obviously that depends on you.
I wonder how many marriages happen at the spur of the moment.
Probably more than you think.
Really?
Yeah, probably more than you. I think it's a lot of people.
Have a big wedding later, or have a reception later?
Sometimes don't even have a big wedding. Some people do that in anticipation of having like a big party and everything, and it never happened. Like, they went and got married, like, you know what, yeah, we good, like, we gonna do that thing in a couple months, and then a couple months pass by, and then you get the ring, and then you're like, shit, let's work on this house, man, we have a party next year. And then next thing you know, everybody 50, and you celebrate your 50th birthday.
So you gotta get something, you know what I'm saying?
You just got a house. You got a house and a ring. What you mean you gotta get something?
No, okay, I'm saying a house and a ring, but you still have to have a ring.
No, I said that already. I said your 50th birthday come around, you done got the ring, the house.
You gotta come before the 50th, baby.
I'm just saying. Hey, it could pass. It could pass fast after the fact.
Oh, yeah, 40, 49, 48.
So childish, man. So childish. What are we talking about? She said, let me see. We quoting Bible verses now. A man that finds a wife finds a good thing. Is that in the Bible?
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
Don't get me started.
Oh, so now we quoting the Bible?
I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. It's in the Bible.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, that's what's up, though. But and I understand that, and that's all good and dandy. But I'm just saying that there may be circumstances that may prolong the ring. So how long would? So what you gonna do though? I guess that's the question. You talking about, yeah, I need that after the fact. But what you gonna do? You gonna get a divorce?
I mean, it all depends on I think it boils down to what those.
I ain't got no ring.
It all boils down to what those circumstances are. If it's some bullshit, no, baby, no. Probably not go right down there and get a divorce, but we gonna be on your head about it. And that's what I'm saying. That's probably why it's a good idea to have that shit. So when you try to. If you know you want to marry this person, you might as well just go ahead and look for it, and then just act like a spirit of the moment and have that ring right there on the spot.
So fellas,
I'm just saying.
So fellas,
we ain't gotta wait on it.
So fellas, I'm looking at you in your eyes.
Oh my God.
Looking at you in your eyes. Looking at you in your eyes, fellas. If your woman say that she will divorce you if you don't buy her a ring after you surprise and marry her at the courthouse,
I ain't saying divorce.
Your woman don't love you for real.
Okay,
I'm looking in your eyes.
I agree. I agree with you. But I'm just saying, it shouldn't be so based on the woman. That should be your goal as well. More of your goal than hers.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
You just saying?
I'm just saying.
So what would you do?
If I see that's not you're not persistent about trying to get me a ring. But
you're already married. Like, we married. I done bought you. Let's say I got you a house.
You keep going to this house.
I'm just saying, because you got all the other things.
A ring better be sitting on that floor while we buying this house.
Damn.
No, I'm just playing.
We are going to have an outside conversation after this show. Thanks a lot, man. I'm glad we had this show. It's bringing out your true colors.
You should. The man should want to buy that woman that ring just as much as that woman wanted, because the man should want to let it be known that this woman is taken. This woman is married. This is mine.
All you gotta do is pull out your marriage license.
Shut the hell up.
Pull out your slave paper.
Who the hell carry that shit around? That's the reason for the damn ring.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hell no. I ain't doing all that.
Like, if you married, no, I don't see no ring, then you gotta pull out your paperwork on that nigga. Like, get off me. I take the drink, sir, but I'm married. I'm taking.
That's why you should have a ring.
Yo, we got about 5 minutes left, man. If you on E-Block Radio right now or on Facebook Live, man, hit us in the comment box. Let us know, would you get married without a ring? That's what we want to know. Fellas, y'all out there, man. I want to know what y'all get married without a ring, because we get played often. Like, I know the whole wedding, like the wedding thing is like a woman's thing.
But I feel the same way. Just like I said, as far as the man should want to make sure that their wife have that ring because she's taken, and you should want that to be known just as much as that woman want to have that ring, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. The woman should want it to be known that this man that they're with, their husband, is taken. Okay. It's a symbol of he's taken, she's taken, he's married, she's married. Okay. So I think I would want it this just as much as you would, as far as you getting a ring, because you my husband. I'm excited that you my husband. Yeah. I want that symbol to show that you're my husband, that you're married. Yeah. Vice versa with the man. Uh-huh. Same way with the woman should be.
Yeah, it should be, but I'm saying we don't ever get that respect. We might go back grand without a ring.
In my case, yes. In my case, yes. For the women who not on that like that, and y'all get married, but neither one of y'all don't have a ring, that's something that should happen, I think, as soon as possible.
Yeah. We got Sandra in the comment box. This is a Fat Cat mom. Hey, shout out to my man Fat Cat, man, always checking out our show. Got his moms watching our show. What up, moms? All right, but she said she got married with no ring. All right, so 3 months later he bought her a band. All right, and then they wanted a house. So then 5 years later after that, he bought her 3 carats. Lived there for 12 years afterwards. After he died, before he died, right? I'm sorry. Rest in peace. Sorry to hear that. Before he died, though, he bought her a 5-carat ring. Yeah. So this is your plan. This is your plan.
It's a steady upgrade. You can't upgrade. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, that's what's up. All right, shout out to Fat Cat moms. You know what I'm saying? Checking us out. Thank you for the support. But so that's what you're talking about. That's what you want. So you want at least something.
Something? Yeah. Don't just say, baby, I can't never afford a ring for you. Hold on. How important is this marriage to you?
I mean, it was important enough for me to break up out my sleep. Like, you know what? Let's go get married.
I might want to hear all that.
Say, rush down.
I might want to hear all that.
Rush down to the courthouse.
But what's important to your woman or your wife should be important to you. So if you know that having a ring, she wants a ring, that should be important to you as well. And you should want to once again, because it's a symbol of y'all marriage. It's a symbol of y'all being taken.
How important is the ring for me, though? I won't mind.
Oh, I said it both ways, baby.
But how consumed are you with making that happen, though?
Just as much as you're consumed with you making it happen for me.
You sure?
Yes, of course.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Now, if you're talking about a year, 5 years from now, then hell no. Hold on, wait a minute.
A year? What's wrong with a year? Damn, did you get attitude?
A band. Give me a band.
Yeah.
Give me a band. Show me something. And I ain't talking about no band from out the goddamn quarter machine.
Hey, I was thinking about the Wild Cracker Jacks.
Anyway, but yeah, I think at some point that it's important that if you two go get married, it's a symbol. Like I said, it's not a symbol of y'all love because y'all love one another, y'all married, but it's a symbol of one another. Y'all both are taken.
Yeah. You
married, not single.
Yeah.
You no longer have that single life. You need some on your finger. Even though nowadays people don't. It's not important.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
We don't want to go into that realm.
We're not going to go into that, but I'm just saying, for me, in my case, it's important. Yeah. I want it to be known that you're taken, you're married. And hopefully we get a little respect from it.
Hopefully.
I'm just saying. And vice versa. In my case, hopefully I get a band and they see that I'm married, and that's respect.
We are with
I'm
bands.
not even
we got
messing
bands.
with you. Bands, diamonds, whatever the hell you want to call it.
That was a joke. That was a play on words about bands, like bands or something like money. Never mind.
Yeah,
anyway.
That flew over my head.
Yeah, it went over your head. It's okay. Hey, you got about 2 minutes left, man. Hit us up in the comment box. We want to know, would you get married without a ring? All right, hit me in the comment box. I will read your comment live on the air. Don't forget, man, we have been banned from YouTube Live, but it's okay because you can watch the YouTube.
It's not okay.
You can watch the YouTube channel later and watch the replay. It sucks, man. It's okay though. Let me see. Oh, word. Okay, so she said her husband refuses to wear one, so and it didn't bother her. Like, so that's Fat Cat Moms again. So shout out to her checking us out.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, that it all depends on that marriage, that relationship, what y'all got going on.
I want mine.
The agreement that y'all got going on.
I want two. I want the wedding band and the pinky ring. Like, I want it to be connected together.
Well, you already know if we was to get married,
together like Radio Raheem.
You already know if we was to get married, you got to take that off.
I'm gonna put them banded together like Radio Raheem, like love, hate. Remember that? To band it together. All right. So anyway, I guess never mind.
No.
I guess it didn't go over so well. So that's how I wanted to do it though. Love and hate. You know what I'm saying? Get them banded together. Banded together forever. All right. So we getting ready to get out of here. We gonna go around one more time, man. CoCo J, would you get married without a ring? That's what we want to know.
You know what? I will say if it all depends on that situation as far as how long y'all been together. It's just a spur of the moment shit. Okay, but then I'm still looking for a ring. You know what I'm saying? In that case, I would do it. But I still want my ring, and it's a symbol of marriage. It's a symbol that I've taken, and it's vice versa. It's a symbol that the man is taking. So it plays a role in the marriage, I believe, to me. Sure. So for the ladies who decide to do it, and you just got in this relationship, and he's like, let's get married, y'all gonna get married, and he just prolonging it. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. But anyway, it all depends on my situation as far as how long I've been in there. If it's just, I want to know that knowing the unconditional love that y'all have for one another, and just knowing how y'all relationship is and going, if it's good and all that, you would know that it's good, and you're going to get that ring.
Right.
I better get my ring.
Damn, I knew that was going too easy. I knew it. I knew that was.
But I'm just saying,
sounded too sweet and soft.
It all depends. It all depends on that relationship.
Yeah.
And how strong and how strong that relationship is, and how now if you just question a whole damn relationship, and he talking about let's go get married, and I mean if he wanted to go get married,
that's a step.
If he wanted,
it's a major step.
But nowadays, honestly, sad but true, that shit don't mean shit.
Damn.
That's a lot, and I'm just saying.
So that shit don't mean nothing. So give me my ring out the shit.
People just do it. I'm gonna be honest with you. People just doing it just to say they marry, or just because they know that's what the next person wants.
Yeah,
but don't respect it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe that partner got better benefits. So
I'm just saying, you never know. You never know. So you gotta be careful. But I would definitely want a ring. I don't think I want to wait no longer than 3 months for it. And then upgrade from there.
I feel you. On that note, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Cuz said now I gotta go out and get a ring and propose. Yeah, I'm gonna do it live on Facebook. We're gonna do a Facebook live proposal. We'll see how that go. I ain't gonna have no ring though. I'm just gonna do it. Like, fuck it. Like, what up? Yo, so look, this is my thing on that, dog. I think that definitely if you go get married, I think that, I mean, if it's spur of the moment, it's got to be like we out in Vegas at a crap shoot, and he was like, you know what, it's some shit right here, like we can get married with Elvis, like fuck it, alright. But I think if you going through, if you even close to that point to where it might be some kind of surprise or it's gonna be spur of the moment, then you might as well have something and just let her know, like, you know, this your starter pack. You know what I'm saying? This your married starter pack. All right, got this little band right here, and we're gonna work it out.
Upgrading, baby, upgrade. Let me upgrade.
Yo, on that note, man, I want to thank everybody who checked us out on eblockradio.com. Everybody that checked us out on Facebook Live. If you're watching a replay right now on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, don't forget, we got merchandise, so hit me up, pardonmyeastside.com. You can get hats, t-shirts, all that stuff. We got Naptown, South Side, Southwest, West Side. We got everything. So hit me up, man. Get you some merchandise. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna get your t-shirt, man. Yo, on that note, man, we up out here, man. Thank y'all again for checking us out. This is the livest relationship show on the planet, man. He say, she say, live with your boy, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis, holding it down from 6 Mile to the Mile High. The lovely, beautiful, going to the altar without a ring, Miss CoCo J.
Y'all have a safe and blessed weekend, y'all.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Going to the altar without a ring. What up, though?